professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a Scantron, pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement, still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, man. Accusations have become ludicrous. I had to use it because it's Mike Tyson. Ludicrous. So now somebody accused Mike Tyson of an alleged assault sexually in the early 90s, which is interesting because Mike Tyson went to jail in 1992 and got out in 1995. But he was in court pretty much 1991. So when people say the early 90s, it makes me look sideways. Like, what do you... Either it happened in 1990 or 91, because you can't say 92, 93, 94, or 95. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, what you talking about? What we talking about here? Now, the other thing is, it's basically alleging this happened around the same time as the Desiree Washington scandal, which would make you think, well, you should have came out then. That would have really just cemented the case back then. I'm just saying. But, you know, this Me Too stuff has gone so too far. Accusations have just gone too far. And a lot of times, these accusations are for money. You see a lot of wealthy, rich men, people come out, you did something to me and whatever. And this one is like a $5 million lawsuit. I need $5 million. Now, when Mike Tyson was having tax troubles, nothing. When he was clawing his way back to regular life, nothing. When his child died, nothing. When he started making money, oh, I got an accusation. That should have came out when you was already accused of something that everybody knows in the 90s not to be true. And now, you know, because people look at all these accusations, they look back and they go, it could have happened. It's like, no, it couldn't have happened. No, something's wrong. You know, because we assume that people forget what was going on back in the day because everybody's not from that, wasn't alive in that time period, or so many things happen in life since then. People go, that could be true or that could not be true. And let's just move on to the next thing. Now I got to throw this in there. I wonder how big this is going to overshadow Dana White's thing that was on film. Him smacking his wife a couple of times on film. The first one, I got it. She slapped you, you slapped her back. The second one, hey, now we going, you know, what we doing? But hey, let's put that under the table. But is this going to be on ESPN longer than Dana White? Probably. I got to add a couple other things in this because I talked about money. Flo Rida just won a lawsuit for a lot of money. And then all of a sudden his child's mother comes out, oh, now you can do something for your baby. And this is the issue with accusations nowadays. They're one way and they're opportunistic and they're financial in nature. You know. So now we got to deal with the fact that, okay, people are just saying stuff to get money out of folks. This is basically, you know, Me Too has become a digital media lynching of somebody for money. It's just digital extortion. Because everybody goes, you could have did it. You probably did it. He's a man. Because he's a man. And, you know, men are men. And men must be evil. And then a woman would never lie. Just the 17th time we caught somebody lying in the road. But that's okay. But we paid the last 16, so we got to keep the ball rolling. And it's like, man, y'all full of it. And I'm going to say this, you know, as a person who was involved in allegations before the Me Too movement was ever a movement, decade before that, and after, when the Me Too movement was rolling. And that's why I say accusations are ludicrous, because, like I said, when I was younger, I was in my 20s, my mother got married, I flew back to Chicago, it winds up being my cousin's birthday that weekend. So I'm in the city just ripping and running, kicking it with my friends, but at the same time that we doing this wedding thing. And I didn't know this, but my younger cousin asked my older cousin for like tens of thousands of dollars to start a business. And he said no. So I come in there after the fact. Everybody's drinking and talking, clowning. And then, I leave early because I get there late anyways. It's all good. And I get back home. My older cousin calls me, "Hey man, did something go on crazy that night?" I was like, "No, why?" And I left. It's like, "Yeah, your cousin said that I touched her." I was like, I already know. She done this before. And he's like, "You ain't do nothing." And then I come to find out that she had asked for money. I was like, "Yeah, she asked for money? Yeah, that's what this is about." You know? So, you know, that had to get like, man, go on somewhere with that. And then she involves him, her father, and me. And I wasn't even there. I was there after she asked for the money and he said no. And I left before all of them left. So now I was in the middle of it. And that's kind of like, and you're like, you going to involve your daddy in it? Like he was there to watch you get assaulted. It was just bad. And years later, I did a video about this where a friend of mine, the godfather of a child actually, started cracking up after a divorce and started going left on all of her friends and family too. Wound up, having a mental issue, a mental breakdown. So we stopped talking. She sends the police to my house for a wellness check. I ain't home. Then she sends the police to my house and said I touched her, and I was her fiance, but I touched her, and I was like, and the cop's like, okay, what's going on? You gotta say, look, such and such, this is what happened, such and such mental issues, they stopped taking their meds, and this is what happened. Come to find out, months later, she goes back to the police because the police come to my house multiple times after those two incidents. And it's like, she didn't say that, you didn't touch her, but she just wanted to talk to a friend again. And I'm like, you ain't finna. And the cops like, look, just stay away from that fool because obviously it's a problem. So if it can happen to me, you know what I'm saying, and I ain't rich and I ain't famous, multiple times, you know, think about these guys who got money and who got fame. So these accusations become ludicrous. And I know other guys who've lost their job and kicked out of college for false accusations. And I know guys who actually did it. And, but the guys who get falsely accused, the women, they're no, it's just like a free shot to take to destroy somebody. So, in my opinion, man, that's why people like me, I kind of take a pause when it comes to all these allegations because it's like, if it's an ulterior motive or something's wrong, the cops gonna let the girl off the hook scot free. Use the guy guilty until proven innocent. But tell me what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch you on the next one. Peace.
You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you there.